Hello, dear ones. Hello, tribe. Do not pay any mind to, I have a little boo-boo on my face, so I'm covering it up so you guys don't have to see it. But I hope that this video finds everybody well. I am going to be doing your monthly readings, all right? So let's get into it. Today I'm going to start with Sagittarius, and I'm feeling the need to utilize these cards. So what we're going to be looking at is what November has in store for you, not only energetically, but what you have to look forward to, what are the challenges and lessons that you're facing, what is the spiritual guidance, and the overall energy that you will be moving into throughout the month of November. So let's get into it. Thank you all for being here. If you have never been here before or you do not know me, my name is Priscilla Bernstein. I'm a soul alignment specialist. I am a psychic medium, a spiritual conduit, and a guide and mentor for people looking to align with their soul path and soul purpose. So I am here to not only be a conduit for the highest and best of source energy and spirit, but to share with you all the wisdom that I know and have found to be true in my life that help people not only get back on track with their soul and their soul purpose, but sharing freely, right? Because that's what it's all about. So let's get into it, dear Sagittarius. Calling upon my guides and angels and thanking source energy for allowing me to be a conduit for all that my dear Sagittariuses need to know today. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Okay, so Sagittarius, what is energetically in store for you this month? Ooh, lots of cards came out. 2 fell out on the table and then 2 fell out on my lap. The Ace of Swords and the Universe fell out on the table, and then the 5 of Wands and the King of Wands fell out on my lap. So maybe that's maybe a little more personal for me, but because I'm a Sagittarius too. But I'm gonna leave them both here and we'll see what clarifiers we have to come from that. Okay, and so Sagittarius is, what do we have to look forward to this month? We got the 2 of Wands and the Empress reversed. And what are the challenges or lessons that my dear Sagittariuses are facing? Well, the 10 of Crystals popped out, but it didn't fall. And then we have the Ace of Wands that did fall out, but it's reversed. So we'll look a little bit more into that, in depth into that. That was the challenges or lessons that we're facing. And then what is the spiritual growth that we are having to navigate this month? Or spiritual guidance, sorry. Queen of Cups, okay? And the last question, what is the overall energy that Sagittariuses are moving into this month? The 10 of Swords reversed. Oh, thank God. Okay. Being a fellow Sag, I am excited to see that reversed. Okay, so now I'm going to pull another deck of cards to get some clarifiers here for these first cards. So I've already cleansed and cleared these decks. Now I'm just kind of getting into the energy of what my Saggies, my fellow Saggies need to know. All right, so can I get a clarifier for what is energetically in store for Sagittarius this month, please? Clarifiers for what is in store for Sagittarius this month. The 4 of Swords, it kind of came out sideways, so I'm going to leave it like that. And the bottom of the deck energy is the Death reverse, so I'm going to pull that too. It really felt like it needed to come out. Okay, so what is a clarifier for what we have to look forward to? The King of Wands upright. And what are the challenges or lessons that we're facing this month? The clarifier for that. We had a few cards, but I'm only going to take the 4 that fell on the floor. The Hangman reverse, the 2 of Pentacles reverse, the 10 of Hearts reverse, the 2 of Wands reversed in Strength. Híjole. we'll dig a little deeper into that one. All right, so clarifiers for what is the spiritual guidance that Saggies are navigating this month. Okay, we got the Ten of Wands reversed, the Princess of Hearts, and the Wheel of Fortune both upright. And then a clarifier for my Ten of Swords. Literally, that was just like an explosion, which we don't want. We're just going to take these three. Three of Wands upright, Six of Swords reversed, and King of Swords upright. All right, so let's go ahead and dig into the reading here. All right, so Sagittarius, what we got on what is energetically in store for us this month, we got the Universe card upright, we got the Ace of Swords upright, we got the Five of Wands upright, and the King of Wands upright. Then we got the Four of Swords on its side as a clarifier, and the Death card reversed. I don't know about you, Saggies, but I think the majority of the collective has been going through like an initiation by fire over all of October, which was a pretty tough month for a lot of us. And we have been going through a lot of ego deaths, not just Sagittarius alone, but a lot of the collective in general. But as a Sagittarius, I think that, you know, we've kind of been in this seclusion mode for a long time. And I think when this card, the Four of Swords, is seclusion and needing to be alone and spend time, you know, in meditation and contemplation. And so when it's turned on its side, what it's telling me is, you know, we're kind of coming out of this ego death phase, and we're moving into, moving out of the, I don't even want to say like hermit phase, but that cocooning phase that we've been in as we have gone through our ego death. So it's like we're in the process of coming back into this new version of ourselves. We're coming back into this more authentic aspects, into the more authentic aspects of who we are, right? So the Universe card, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the King of Wands all together. It's like we have, you know, we're so connected to the universe. We're connected to source energy. We're connected to our higher selves. We're really in tune right now. The veil's super thin. And energetically this month, we're going to continue to stay super tapped in. We're going to have new insights and ideas. Lots of, if you see this Ace of Swords, there's wings all around it. We're surrounded by our guides and angels. Sagittarius, you are surrounded by your guides and angels. You are being given new insight. You are being given new ways of thinking about things and new ways of doing things. And it's coming from your intuition, right? It's coming through you, from your crown, from your third eye. It's being dropped into you as like these initiating these new ways of being, right? Like what you just went through, the initiation by fire, what you just went through in your ego death, and who this newer, more authentic version of yourself is. You're getting new insight about how to show up in the world, how to show up in the universe, being this still and embodied essence of who you are, right? And then we have the Five of Wands here. So we're really focused on creating the life that we want. You're really focused on the aspects of not only like who you are in this newer version of yourself, but you're really focused on like not so much where you're going, even though that is part of it, but like who you are embodied at this moment. You're becoming very, very clear on who you want that to be, on who that is, and how you want to show up in the world and how you want to be seen, and you're really stepping into your fullness. And then here we have the King of Wands. It's like we're charting our course now. We're moving forward. We're allowing ourselves to really get to the point of like, no, the stars are aligning for me. This is what I see happening. This is who I have just like come out of this ego death into being. I'm being reborn again, and I can see my trajectory. I can see by the moon and the stars where I'm headed, and now it's time to take that journey. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of movement happening this month for you, Sagittarius. Do not be surprised if it kind of comes out of the blue, if it's something that has been maybe that you weren't even aware of that was going to happen, but it is popping up all of a sudden, unexpectedly. So just kind of be on your toes, be ready to pivot, be ready to initiate and take action when it feels inspired. Okay, so what do you have to look forward to? The Two of Wands and the Empress reversed. And then we have the King of Wands upright. So what I'm getting here with the Two of Wands, it's usually about needing to make a decision, which I think you've already done that. You've made your decision. You kind of know the trajectory, right? Through this King of Wands. It's like you're clear on where you're going and where you're headed. And you may not have all of the pieces of the puzzle to get you there yet, but you understand very clearly like the trajectory of which you are headed. And so even though you don't know how you're going to get there, you've made the decision that it's going to happen. And then the Empress, it's like this is the nurturing, the fertile goddess, you know, connected with nature and all that is. And it's like it's all kind of this like internal job where we're holding steady in our receiving mode, in that like grand queen, heiress, empress mode, right? But being reversed here, what I'm seeing with this King of Wands as our clarifier is that, you know, it's like we're coming out of the quote unquote energetic and we're moving into the physical. We're starting to take action. We're starting to move. Things are moving in our, what we have to look forward to is things coming out of the actual energetics and making themselves manifest in the physical. Lots of transformation, lots of fire energy. I mean, we are a fire sign, as you know. There's two little butterflies on either side of him. So transformation, movement. I really feel like this is, you know, I have been getting the message that I am going to be leaving Montana before I'm ready. And I just got a message from my landlord today, and she said, I think I'm going to sell the condo. So I was like, oh, okay, like this may change my trajectory and how the plan that I kind of had in action, right? And so with that, you know, like know that what you've been asking for is coming. What you've been creating and pouring your energy into and you're manifesting, it's coming, it's here, it's starting to happen. This is really exciting, okay? It may come very unexpectedly in a way that you weren't expecting, but know that it is what your soul has asked for, okay? All right, and so Saggies, what are the challenges or lessons that you're facing this month? The Ace of Wands reversed, and then this is the one where all those cards kind of fell out. So we got the Hanged Man reversed, the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Ten of Hearts reversed, and the Two of Wands reversed. So that's the Two of Wands again reversed that we've gotten, and then the Strength card. So what I'm really getting here super clearly, and why these are all reversed, is because literally this is all in our queue. So what are the challenges that we're facing or lessons that we're facing this month? The Ace of Wands, new movement forward, new action, taking action in a different way, making forward momentum in a different way than we ever have before. And the Two of Wands is decision, right? The Ten of Hearts is a fulfillment of your heart's desires. It is you coming into union with your love, your divine counterpart, your soulmate, your twin flame. You know, it's you being merry and being married and happy and starting a new beginning. The Two of Pentacles is balance in your physical reality. And then the Hangman is seeing something from a new perspective. This is literally all the energy that you're in. Oops. This is literally all the energy that you're in. This is literally everything is already in the queue. It has been made manifest on the energetic, and we just need strength. We just need to hold steady in knowing that it's coming into fruition. It is coming into the physical reality, but we're going to have a big magic dark here in between it showing up and revealing itself and in the time before it reveals itself, right? We're going to have a magic dark. And what a magic dark means is the gap in between what you're manifesting. You can feel it kind of percolating in your field already, but it's like, it's not showing up. It's not showing up. It's not showing up. How much strength and trust can you have? How much faith can you put in the divine and the universe to orchestrate it for you, as opposed to you going out and actively pushing to make it happen? Okay, that is the strength that you're needing, that faith. We need to engage our strength muscle, our faith muscle exponentially this month, okay? Because it's coming, and it's literally going to come at you in a way that you were least expecting. I guarantee it. Okay, so what is the spiritual guidance to help you navigate this month? The Queen of Cups. Keep your emotions in check. Understand that when you can rule your emotions and have sovereignty over your heart, you're not letting the emotions get the best of you. You're not being reactive. You're not getting swept away in reactions or judgments or being overly emotional. You know, you really are learning how to, like, you know, not, you can see she's kind of like covered, but I would say, like, you're not guarded, like you're dealing with an open cup, but you're being more protective of your energy, right? And you're being more protective of your heart in an open way, but also in a way that says, like, you know, no, you can't fuck with me anymore, right? It's just like, it's like, I am a new sovereign being. I have my wits about me. I know where I'm going. I've made decisions in my life. I've done the work, and I've just had a ton of ego deaths, and I'm ready to be done with the bullshit, you know? So it's you being in this space of, like, conservatism, if you will, of your heart and your emotions, and being the ruler of them, as opposed to letting them rule you and your reactions, right? And then the clarifiers were the Wheel of Fortune, the Princess of Hearts, and the Ten of Wands reversed. Yeah, so the Ten of Wands reversed is we're coming out of oppression. We're moving out of those oppressive states where, whether we were people-pleasing or whether we were being overworked or taken advantage of, like, that's not happening anymore. We're saying, nuh-uh, I don't think so. The wheel is spinning in my favor. Like, the gods are shining upon me. I know what gifts I have. I know who I am to the world, and I'm about to shine my light so bright you better put your damn sunglasses on. You know, that's the energy we're stepping into, along with the Princess of Hearts. So don't be surprised if, you know, the spiritual guidance, you know, you really need to come from a place of love. You need to acknowledge how you can be a conduit for love, and how you can not only live in a place of unconditional love. That means loving without conditions. That means no matter how many times somebody fucks up, you still love them. You still show them grace and compassion. You let them know where they fucked up. You let them know where they were wrong, or where they did you wrong, or where they hurt you, you know, and you say, this is not okay with me. That's where you create your healthy boundary. That's where you say, look, that may have worked in another relationship, that may have worked for me before, but I'm not willing to allow that anymore. So if you cannot change that behavior or adjust it accordingly to show me the respect that I need, you know, then bye. You know, that's pretty much it. You know, it's coming from a place of unconditional love. It's like, I can love you, but I can love you from afar if you can't treat me right, right? So, or you can't show up in the way that I need. And not that we're trying to change anybody, but we're honoring our core values and our needs, right? And when we honor those things, when we allow ourselves to come out of those oppressive states and protect our heart in a way that we are owning who we are, we're owning our love for this person or this being, but we're putting ourselves first and foremost, right? So that is the spiritual guidance for this month, okay? And then your overall energy that you're moving into or out of, because the Ten of Swords upright is like oppressive energy. This is like heavy shit. And when it's reversed, we're moving out of the heaviness. We're moving out of the oppressive energy. All the old paradigms, all the old programs, all the old karmic cycles, we are like done with that. And we're moving into eclipse season. We already are in the shadow phase of eclipse season. So things are going to be orchestrating and moving and dropping in or being cut out by the universe according to what is meant for you. So if you want some support with this new moon today, please go check out my Patreon. The link is down below. I have a new moon meditation that will blow your mind and really help you access what's been blocking you, what you're moving into, where you need to be focused, and like how you can get there. I'm taking you guys so deep, and we're moving completely out of this into your own evolution, into your own ascension, and into that place of unconditional love, right? And so the clarifiers here were the Three of Wands. This is like joy and fulfillment and coming together, cooperation. The Six of Swords, which is like messages and guidance, clear passage. So it's like what I'm feeling here, it's not like the opposite of this. I feel like we've already come out of this. Like we've been shown the break in the storm. We've moved through it already. We're already out of that. And now we're moving into this King of Swords energy and the Three of Wands energy. We're moving into this cooperative energy. We're moving into this energy of new ideas, of being, again, not only the ruler of our heart, but the ruler of our mind. Our mind doesn't run us anymore. We're not letting the ego take control. We're moving completely out of that. And we are not so much in a more logical state, but we're listening to the whispers of our soul. We're understanding what our soul is telling us, and we're taking control of our mind and our thoughts. And this is the fastest king in the deck here because it's the air. And so like we're coming out of the shit. We've moved through the storm. We've gotten our clear passage. We kind of understand. It's almost like we've just been given the green light to make a movie or to take flight, right? It's like, okay, now we're taxiing, we're in the runway, we're about to take off, and this is the energy that we're moving into. So I'd like to get some oracle cards for you, Sagittariuses, to kind of go even a little deeper here. So I'm going to put these back and pull a couple oracle cards for you. So what do my dear Saggies need to know? What is the message that you'd like to share, Spirit, for my Sagittarius babes out there? All right. Okay. Crossing fate. And we're going to use these as well. I'm going to draw 2 oracle cards today. All right. Can I get an oracle card for my Sagittariuses, a message for my dear Saggies for the month of November? Okay, we got Lemuria and Warrior Woman. All right, so this crossing fate, it's so beautiful. It's like there's a portal. This is like a portal, and it's almost like there's an all-seeing eye kind of like looking at you. And maybe you're in the desert here, maybe you're becoming part of this, but it's like we're moving into that threshold. We're moving into that portal of crossing into our destined path. We're coming out of the ego path. We're coming out of the way that we've always done things. We are activating we're being activated. We're not just activating, we are literally being activated. So I don't know if you guys have felt all the solar flares happening. We've had a lot of aurora borealis activity up here in the north. But like, if you have felt it, it could be like headache symptoms. It could be a lot of maybe even like nausea or tension headaches, migraines, a lot of like third eye activity, super, inflated and inspired and like very vivid dreams, right? Where you're like I had a dream the other morning where I literally was waking up to me giving birth, and like being in labor and giving, like actually birthing a child. And I was like waking up to that dream. It was very vivid. It was very real. And it's like we're crossing into our destined path. So kind of a reaffirmation of everything that was said in the actual reading. And when we think about fate, I think this is what is destined for us, right? This is what our soul has signed up for before coming to this lifetime, before coming to the earth. So we're moving into our purpose. We're moving into that divine path of what is destined for us, okay? And the further that you move into this, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. And warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Like, this is literally, we are stepping, I feel like we're being called to be the light workers, to be the ones that are holding the frequency of this new earth energy. You know, we're destined to stand into our calling, right? Our deepest soul calling. We're destined to be this warrior, to own who we are in the world, to really embody our sovereignty and our strength and make decisions based on who we are and what we're being quote unquote called to do, what we're being destined to do. This will feel like something that is so strong within you, you can't stop thinking about it, right? Like Henry Ford back in the 20s gave up a job where I think he was making like $25 a week, but he was like, he could not stop thinking about creating this quote unquote car. And everybody in his life told him he was crazy. Everybody in his life was like, why are you giving up a good paying job to like chase after this dream? And if he hadn't been that dreamer, we wouldn't have cars today the way that we do. They wouldn't have been created. I mean, and his legacy is huge now. So it's something that you can't stop thinking about. So pay attention to those really deep inner callings. Pay attention to what's happening in your dreams. Pay attention to what you're feeling in your body, where your mind goes when you are, not actively thinking or being focused on something else, where your mind goes when you daydream, who it is you're thinking about or what it is you're thinking about. This is usually the soul calling out to you, okay? And then we're being called to create heaven on earth, to find that balance. I mean, it's happening. Changes are happening. Whether or not you see it on the actual physical level, that quite hasn't happened yet, but energetically, shit is changing in a really big way. And if you have not signed up for my cosmic newsletter, it did go out today. Please sign up. It gives so much information. It is so extensive. I literally will only email you once a month, and it's literally sending you this cosmic newsletter. This is such a huge free offering that I offer, that not only do you get all the energies that are happening this month for the collective, but you get a card reading for the month, you get a free recipe for the month, you get the cosmic happenings, everything that's happening in the cosmos. There's so much, and then you get to see all my new offerings that are available. So I hope this helped you, dear Sagittarius. Let me pull one last card for you all. What is the gemstone that would best support you this month? Let's see what comes out. What is the best gemstone to help support my little Saggies through the month of November? Let's see. Carnelian. So the setting sun. Physically, carnelian is said to aid in fertility, and its energy is drawn to the reproductive organs in both males and females. It also is known to aid in menopausal symptoms in women and the symptoms associated with menstruation. A fire stone, it is revered for sparking creativity, especially in those with a knack for building or designing, such as masonries and architects. Carry a talisman to attract prosperity. Yes, carnelian. Look at that. I mean, you can literally go get yourself a piece of carnelian if you don't have one in your collection already. Please be sure to support somebody locally, your local gem shop. Keep them in business. And or if you would like to create me to create something for you out of carnelian for this month, please don't hesitate to reach out and DM me or order something on the site, and just in the little order notes, ask for carnelian. All right, you guys, hope this was super helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful November. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys soon. Oceans of love. Ciao.